Hi, Cheryl McCarthy here. This is Why Not to Move to Westbrook Take 2. Kevin Seaman was wrong about me. I'm going to tell you guys, one voice makes a difference. I stood up and I was heard, and now there's a place that's getting ready to close with the stolen merchandise that belongs to my husband, the music equipment and stuff. There's going to be closure at some point. It eventually could go to a court case, at which point I will be sitting in that audience every single court date. Because I want the judge to know it's not about, as my son jokingly said, a piece of wood. It's about a life that was lost. By having his house robbed, Bob gave up. He'd been through so much. Bob was a wonderful human being. He was very kind and generous to a lot of you musicians out there. I got put down by musicians in Clinton, Saybrook, Westbrook, Cinderbrook, and Deep River. It did not stop me from going forward and looking for that stolen upright bass because I needed to know the who and the why. And I got that answer. It's a complicated story on how things went. And I've agreed to only go after the person who sold the merchandise to the pawn shop. So the actual person behind all this is getting a get out of card jail for free. Two wrongs don't make a right, and one voice made the difference. As for the town of Westbrook and why not to move there, I'm not kidding, people. You have a constable there that's not doing his job, and that concerns me because I might have a friend or two left there, and I want you guys to be safe. To those of you who wrote nasty letters, I feel sorry for you because that means you're telling me you never knew what great love was. You never knew what accepting somebody who is different was. And I'm so better for that. I could tell you that this case is ending on a positive note. May not be what I want, but it was positive because I finished a promise that I had made to Bob McCarthy. You guys could do yourselves a favor. Take a look at Mr. Bishop's track record and what he's done for your town and the constable who should have faced disciplinary action 3 years ago. Yes, I pushed this, and yes, I checked every avenue, and I checked every state representative that was running for offices this year, and no one came forward to help me except for Brian Foley from Fox 61 News. Thank you, Mr. Foley, for believing in me and my story. Thank you, Cheryl Martone, for working alongside of me. I plan to interview you at some point in time for Wizards Productions because I want the story out. I want people to know what happened at that house. It didn't affect just me. It didn't affect just Bob. There was other people that this affected. And the story needs to be told. Soon I'll be working on my book, A Widow's Journey to Self-Discovery. It's about a widow who has a musician for her husband and gets ostracized by the community because she didn't sing, she didn't play an instrument, and she didn't look like the rest of us. She was different. There's no reason to be ashamed for being different. But I will tell you this. Town of Westbrook needs a lot of work to be done to make it good again. And I believe that the people of Westbrook that have seen this video, and there's been over 600 views on this video, on the first video, that you guys are going to step back and say, you know what, she's right. I'm the one that dug up all the information on the contamination over at Woody's garage after this happened. I'll admit that because I wanted answers. I wanted to know why two people who lived at 1241 Boston Post Road died 6 years apart from cancer. I wanted to know why his friend and her son had health issues. I believe that a story needs to be told, and it needs to have a positive ending. And that's what I strived for. I'm not crazy. I just know my shit. I took a class called PLTI, Parent Leaders Training Institute. where Judge Marino's wife taught me everything that I know, and I did. And she even taught me about the Freedom of Information Coalition. And later on, Cheryl helped me get the information so that we could utilize that. Cheryl Martone was a great asset at helping us find this base every step of the way. When you people said, stop, don't do it, da-da-da-da, she was like, go for it, get the truth out, it needs to be told. How many of you people out there stood up for me? Ask yourself that. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, we got to see somebody sing. I had somebody come over, ask me how I was doing, and turn around and walk away in the middle of a conversation. That says a lot. You guys on the shoreline don't have to worry about me anymore. I won't be around. I get what you guys are saying loud and clear. But what you guys don't get is that you're living in a town that is not safe. And you're looking through the world through rosy glasses. I hope that people will see that their misjudgment and their actions had a lot to do with Bob's demise. I often wonder how much he knew about how you people treated me. Maybe I'll never know that answer, but that's why he got me the camera. Westbrook, make yourselves great again. Step back, look at your selectmen, look at how that house is. And by the way, people, that house should have been condemned in 2013. There's all kinds of information out there about stuff. All you have to do is just be big enough to take and dig for the answers like I did. Knock on those doors, write those letters, and through the Freedom of Information Act of 1969, you will get what you're looking for. I wish you all well. It's come to a positive end. May not be the ending that I want, but it's still a positive ending, and I'm grateful for all the help that kbase.com, State Police, and Cheryl Martone have given to me, and many others who will remain nameless because I don't want them to go through what you guys have put me through. Remember, you move to Westbrook. It's a decision that you have to make, and you have to make alone. And I pray for your safety and well-being. Peace out.